you correspond with Ralf on television, video, or telephone, audio, or you chat, text, or email him, you're giving him permission to duplicate it, rebroadcast it on any of the Take Your Life Back Today show broadcasts.
Yeah, beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Stay positive, hope, and keep faith. Stand strong against any odds that you face. Put away the alcohol and the drugs. Fill your time with the things you love. Addiction is tough, but it's worth the work. Treat your body what it's worth. Spread positivity, inspire all. If we stand together, we will never fall. I help others see the other sides of life. A sober life, letting go of the strife. So give me a call, I can help. 1-844-4405-HELP. Homeless shelters, hospitals, jails, wherever you are. I am Ralf Friedrichs and I am here for you. 1-844-405-HELP.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about highs and lows are a part of life. You have your ups and you have your downs. It's okay to feel down sometimes. Everybody goes through it, so we all face these things. But highs and lows are a part of everyday's life. It's okay not to be okay. It really is. I've been depressed before in my life. At one point, really depressed. When I was at my worst, more than once, it felt as though I was locked in a dark cave with no visible way out. Every way I turned led me to another cold rock wall that stopped me from moving ahead. And then exhaustion. How can you make it out alive when you don't even have enough energy to find a way out? I would curl up in a ball in my little room called a cave and sleep for hours, so as not to face what I felt and it felt like an impossible challenge. Yes, I've been there, and probably you too. What about now? Though I eventually crawled my way out of the cave, but it took quite an amount of years. I decided I didn't want to. I never want to try antidepressants. Although I wholeheartedly believe that medication might be the right answer for some people, I knew it wasn't for me, being that I had an addictive personality. I had to find my way out by eating healthy and taking care of my body and stop abusing alcohol. This would help my mind, my soul. It was not easy, but I know that I'll never go through that again. I'll never reach that place again. However, I found that some days I can still feel quite low. Everybody does. For a while this bothered me, and I would wonder if I was slipping backward into my life of the old laying around in the cave. Yet I've known that life has vastly improved from days of the battle with depression and alcoholism tremendously. I don't say this lightly, because this is not something that can be measured with a test like any other test. I know it by the way I smile, the positive thoughts I have, and the health that I feel. Self-help books were some of my methods of therapy. This show is a method of therapy. Integrative nutrition school lessons online have helped me with getting the education with nutrition. I want it more and more. I had to help in many ways. I researched the heck out of how to be a positive person. So what's up with these days that maybe we're down? Here's my take. I think that everybody has down days, and it's completely normal. You're not abnormal. I think that society has a program to believe that we're not supposed to feel low at any time or be sad or lose our cool. You know what I think? I think that's totally wrong. Sometimes we're stressed out. Sometimes we lose a bet. Sometimes we get screwed over. Sometimes we lose a friend to alcoholism or drug abuse. Sometimes we get scared. Sometimes we make a tiny amount of money for way too many hours put into a project. Sometimes we run into a glass wall at a bank as attempting to exit the building. Who designed those, by the way? My point is, it's okay to feel low sometimes. I recently took up a mountain bike a ride somewhere, and it has been quite the challenge. I live here out in suburban Long Island, where sometimes the hills could be bad. I remember growing up in Northwood, there was the one particular hill leaving Main Street. It was extra hard. Some of the rides I was struggling up particularly difficult sections, and I was cussing inside my head. I was mad plainly because I was out of shape. It sucked. I forgot every piece of myself being in a positive mood at that time, but yet I continued doing it, and when I made it to the top, I knew I had reached the plateau of positivity. As this mellowed out of my life, I continued my climb and found a peace of some kind as my legs slowly brought me up a few more miles to the top, where I was happy. Then it was time to descend. That's what I mean about highs and lows. Highs and lows. Coming down is a different kind of challenge, my friends, but this time I was able to find a groove and enjoy the ride. I couldn't stop myself from smiling, and the chipmunks might even tell you that I laughed around a couple of the corners making them. That was when it clicked for me. The struggle was worth it. The cussing that had led me to laughter. Life has its ups and downs, and sometimes they're extreme. The lows were not only just okay, they were necessary to keep me in check. Like I said, I've been at that point of major depression, I've been at the point of major alcoholism, and I've been at a point of major crisis in life. And the good part is, when you come out of that, you reach that high again. I needed much more help than just taking myself out of it. But for those times that you're just feeling low, no matter what anyone tells you, no matter how wrong you may feel it to be, know that it's okay to feel low sometimes. You're not a terrible person for it. Just don't let yourself get stuck there. The object is to move on. Reach your low, go for the high. Remember to open your eyes up wide and notice the laughter just as often as you notice the tears. Above all, love the lows. Thank them and be grateful for them. They are stepping stones. They are learning experiences. See how they help you grow. You're right where you need to be as well as you are at the present moment. The highs and lows are part of life. When you reach a low, know that the high is around the corner. If you have any questions, call me at 844-405-HELP, and I promise I will help you take your life back. May God bless you.
if God was really there? Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. I have read if you will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need.